I was about to say it's also a coincidence that I gave Kurisu's voice to Alice, but then I remember it actually wasn't a coincidence because I saw the promotional material of Alice blowing up the classroom before I played the game, so I knew she was going to have a sciencey aspect to her, so I intentionally gave her that voice. So
It took someone new in the administration to incite the shakeup, but I suppose that's how it goes.
I'm glad you're into it, but
Mr. Underwood already agreed. The valedictorian leading the charge makes for a compelling sell to the school board.
sensing conflict, Holly shrinks. Evan eats his meal. I thought Holly couldn't shrink more.
I'm the best suited for seeing this through.
I lean forward on my empty tray. Did he mention how many hours I'd get?
He said I'd need to give at least 10 hours weekly to manage the group, but we're not sure how utilized members will be.
I think at least 5 of our tracks were written based on references from the Steins Gate OST, if you were based on Breaking Bad. That's fair. Of all the kinds of OSTs you could take references from, Steins Gate is probably the best of them that you could, so it's got a pretty solid OST across the board.
You can always work less. I'll make sure to have someone cover for you.
I stand up from the table, tray in one hand, my other shoving into my pocket. Excuse me. Moving away promptly, I slap the food tray onto the recycled stack and step into the hall. I yank my phone to my ear and listen to the dial-out noise. And eventually, Mr. Underwood's voicemail message. My phone vibrates.
Can't talk now. What do you need?
Alice wants to be president. Where does that leave me?
If Alice would like to try for the spot, the fair approach would be democratic. The founding members will vote for the president Friday.
Please believe me. That sounds like what, yeah. If. Ellipses! Sudden ellipses. That was a ninja ellipses. Take a ninja drink. Generally, hand would know. I tucked my phone away and returned to the cafeteria. Holly excused herself from our table. I wonder if it's because she was done. Yes, you do, J. Roach. Yes, you do. So true.
Do it. Well, I think so.
I know so. With that, I can pull a group together in no time.
Alice, did you even talk to Mr. Underwood? My confrontation is met with a smirk. The anime also added some new music that's a lot like that track, so the emotional moments have a bit more variety. That's interesting.
What did he say?
The president's position will be put to a vote on Friday.
That is quite fair. I can't argue with that, I suppose.
Backlog is ever growing. This is true. True. Yes, the animes are delightful, Sarah. This is true. Yeah, you did take care of DDLC, which is an important stepping stone. It is an important stepping stone, definitely. Frustrated, I sit. It is, and you're outnumbered.
It won't do for you to intimidate others.
We haven't even slapped you yet, bitch. We both look at Evan, who won't look either of us straight on.
I'm with Lane, sorry.
Of course, he's consistent.
Fine. I'll soon have followers of my own.
With an enthused tap on the table, she stands.
Well then, gentlemen, I do look forward to establishing bipartisan solutions after my swearing-in ceremony.
Evan and I look at each other in silence. Alice acts uncharacteristically shy about us judging her. The pout is adorable. It's too cute. It's too cute.
For now, I hope to have a spirited competition. I bid you both adieu.
After she leaves, I turn to Evan. What were you talking about while I was gone?
She was brainstorming ways to recruit people quickly.
And?
The short version is to make false promises, get lots of students to join on that basis, have the group established, then let things settle however they settle.
Seriously? That sounds like a recipe for disaster. Mr. Underwood would lose respect for me if he found out. He might even fire me.
Think about it. Has he given you any specific instructions?
A few.
So it's reasonable, expected even, that a student acting on his own wouldn't get all the details straight, you see?
I'm not incompetent.
Doesn't matter. He's taking a risk by letting you figure things out alone. He wouldn't be able to justify firing you. After it's already set up anyway, and...
Stop. I'm not doing that.
But you need the money if Alice does it.
Then I might get less work from the school. Big fucking deal. He swore words! Drink! Fucking is still a swear word, right? At my snap, he flinches and looks at the remainder of his lunch.
Okay.
Ellipses! Evan ellipses. Expected. A ninja ellipses, though, right afterwards. Ah. Did you just ask his fucking swear word? Yes, I did. Are you gonna finish?
You can have the rest.
See, I use fuck like it's a comma, so sometimes I forget that it's a swear word and not a punctuation. Thanks. Inelegantly, I pocket his last morsel, and not long after we move on to finish out the day's classes. I can't string 2 sentences together to save my life tonight at 10. Normally, I like the last class of the day, but not this time. A slight shove from behind catches me off guard. I turn quickly. Double-decker! And 2. A professionally dressed woman blushes. I recognize her, since she's been a fixture of the school for as long as I remember. Principal Decker.
Excuse me, it's a bit crowded in here between classes.
She smiles warmly and dusts my upper back. My face flushes and I watch the crowd flowing past us both. It's really okay, no problem. She wades through students with more care, and those that recognize her make a path. That was probably my worst voice for her yet. Whew. I finish walking through the door to my next class. I don't remember this scene. Oh, and an ellipses. Study hall bothers me. I do remember this scene. This is the scene where we pass out. I signed up for this period, that much is true. However, I doubt anyone here appreciates the situation. No textbook to study yet, no assignment to complete, no talking, assigned seating. Coach Gene idles on his cell phone. One clever student brought their own book to read, a few others draw in notebooks. After a tap on my shoulder and a subtle exchange, a note reaches my desk. Make it rain. Pull the fire alarm. Vote. 8 tally marks under yes and 3 under no. Aw, foe. I crumble into my pocket to end the game. I'm feeling worn out. Maybe I'll nap. Between the fire alarm and the bell, I'd be covered for alarm clocks. I lay my head to rest on my forearms and close my eyes. Time skip, ellipses, drink. Another time skip, ellipses, drink. My head hurts. Aches. I roll my palm over the back of my head, fingers slipping through my hair to my scalp. The texture of little bumps clings to my hair around the sensitive area. Soft clumps collect beneath my fingernails. Blood. On screen. Drink. Sitting up through a burst of dizziness, I hold one side of the desk for balance and pull my hand in front of me. Ruddy residue of dried blood stains my palm. Second drink for blood! No stories, foe. GG. I guess I can't live vicariously through you tonight. I don't think I'm bleeding anymore. Normally I would argue whether that counts as a blood reference, but I'm gonna just drink. Fuck it. The Bellini's good, so, you know. Kinda hard to focus. Fricking ellipses.